like England where they sound like they're from fucking Atlanta or Chicago or New York. They don't have. There's not like boroughs of blackness.
Oh, I was going to go a step further. Literally, the reason I don't think they're black is because they don't talk like black people from Atlanta. They should be in England.
I mean, that's what Devin's saying.
That's kind of what I was saying.
Go like, let me ask you a question.
It's super ignorant, and I know that they go through the same shit.
Yeah, I did.
Blah, blah, blah. I guess.
Devin kept saying they don't have culture. And we're like, well, they're from countries that they have culture. They're Nicaraguan, or whatever.
No, that's not
Nicaraguan.
No, Nicaraguan.
I don't know. Dominican's black to me.
You wanted to change.
Yeah, that fails the paper bag test.
It was the first time Connor stood up. He goes, I can't believe Ben is the least racist person in the room right now.
Well, you actually kind of just opened the door up for me.
For what?
What is their... black culture is not Sudanese culture. Black Americans don't fuck with Africans. They don't give a shit about African people. They don't care.
You're saying you want your own brand new thing.
It's not. It's okay. Like how Jews all pretend like they give a shit about like Israel because they're like, oh, we're Jews, we gotta stick together. And now all of a sudden I care about like my fake Arab background when they don't give a shit. You've never once fucking been in Memphis and heard like Willie Stringbean Johnson give a shit about like some local militia destroying a village in like the Congo. He doesn't care. He doesn't relate to Africa.
He built his own.
He's Black American. Black Americans are different people. And that's what I meant by that. And that's what I meant by they're not real blacks.
Ergo, they're not real blacks.
And I know it's all ignorant. It's all for the sake of comedy.
You're like, they're not. You're like, no. You go at one point. You go, no. I want everyone to know. I'm not kidding. This isn't a bit. They're not real blacks.
Pull your phone out.
And
Film
I'm
me.
sick of pretending they're real blacks.
Film me right now.
And they're jealous of real black people.
I'm sorry. I just don't. Oi, hey, bruv. You want to get poked up? That's not a black guy. Sorry, you're not a black guy that I know.
Okay, Devin.
Don't know any black guys. Talk about knives.
Paint me a picture of a real black guy in Britain. If he really wanted to assimilate with like real black culture, but he's in Britain and he still talks like that, what's he got to do?
He's 21 Savage. That's what he does. He fucking grows up in Atlanta.
Moves to Atlanta. Pretends to be a black guy from America.
And you got to get involved in a lot of seedy behavior.
Black seedy behavior.
No, I mean, I listen. This only goes so far with my defense because I know it's insane.
No. Keep going.
But
keep
like,
going.
yeah, I don't know. I don't feel it. When I was out there and we met some black guys and
it's interesting. Muslims are the blacks in Europe.
Thank you,
unfortunately. And I feel.
And I gotta say, I had a couple black Uber drivers. They smelled like this.
They're all should have been friends.
I can vouch for that too. And
since we on the topic, let's really talk about them.
Not once have I ever.
Because now that we see in real life, it was really pretend.
They've never been stinky. But the black
they
guys
was
drove
cool,
me around
but now they not really cool in that.
And I was like, this is different.
Yo, Spice, what you doing?
I was like, is this
what's really wrong with your mental? You was looking good, but lately you looking like Central. I'm in a whip, slaughter with Chloe, we looking for Kendall. Boy talking smack, we take out his, send boy to the dental. Your man is Joe, I do not like beef, I only want money. I get so much paper, I might as well turn to a mummy. You talking smack, I might just go hit up your mummy. Bro throwing back, hey yo, at his tummy. I didn't mean to say throw it back. Yo, Spice ain't deal.
Dude, I've never met a black guy that doesn't give a shit about how he smells. Or what he's done.
They also are the type of black where they kind of look more like Nightcrawler from X-Men than they do like a black guy to me.
Black guys in London were slobs. I've never met a black slob here. I can meet a black guy with 25 cents to his name, and he looks pretty fucking good. He fucking spent it all.
Better than every single. No, we saw the black guy. He had a fucking fresh haircut. One day old haircut.
He was just walking out of the barbershop.
Yeah.
Just his shit.
Yeah, there's some intangible things that are different that make me feel like black guys in the UK are not real.
Hey everybody, Hello Fresh. Hello Fresh sends farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes right to your door. Home cooking can finally be easy, fun, and affordable. Check out their Taste of Summer.
I'm sorry.
Woke guy
Relax,
over
Keith
here.
Olbermann.
Well, the
That's
reason
more offensive to call him the African
So
guy.
he used to sit on we had a couch, and when we moved out, I took one of the cushions off. There were 300 Q-tips in the couch cushion filled with wax, and he would sit there for 9 hours straight watching cartoons, and he had a big thing of cocoa butter he kept squeezing and rubbing all over his body. It was the first time I thought the N-word in my head. I only let myself think it once, like in a really like...
What did he do? What did he do that you
Because
thought it?
I took the cushion out of the couch when I was moving everything out of the dorm at the end of the year, and I go, fucking, in my head. Because it was
Wow.
a nest of Q-tips, and they were brown and gunked together.
Oh,
and I was like,
because
you
he left
motherfucker.
Because he left a mess.
Yeah.
A really bad mess.
Oh,
a really inwardy mess.
Jesus Christ, dude. What
Dude,
the fuck?
what
Is this
the
the
hell?
Patreon, dude?
What the hell? This is the
Dude.
Patreon now.
What are you doing?
No, he was gross. It was gross what he did, and I thought the
You
word...
just thought the worst thing to say.
I did it because he was pissing me off, and I thought it.
Yeah.
In my head. I didn't say it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Can
you
I not
also
be honest
started
here?
the story up horribly. You go, this guy's putting cocoa butter all over his
He
legs.
is.
First time I ever thought of the N-word.
It smelled really bad. It was
Right, well,
constantly
Ben
reeked of cocoa
Ben
butter.
was studying him like he was a zoologist. He's like, oh, they have to like lubricate themselves to stay alive.
Cocoa butter also smells great. But the Q-tip, that's annoying.
You want okay, if it smells so good, faggot, then why doesn't your house smell like it, you piece of shit?
Because I don't need it. Because my skin is
Beautiful.
beautiful.
It's beautiful and silky.
It's super dry and flaky. Just how people like it.
Just how God intended. Flaking. My elbows look like shit. My elbows look like the Sahara Desert.
I'll look like a Komodo
Safari
dragon in 5 years.
Like, I'm not ashamed. I thought it, but it was the first time I was like, oh fuck, is that word in my head as like a pejorative kind of bad? Because I was really against saying that word in college because guys would use it and I would tell them to stop using it and they called me gay.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
that's how
did.
they referred to
No,
black
it's just-
people, and I'd be like, "That's disgusting. You can't do that."
And they go, just wait, you're going to start a podcast one day. They go, Ben, we know your future.
But he set me down once, and he was. I remember Family Guy was on, and I was sitting next to him, and he was talking shit about one of the football players on the team, and he was saying something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but he explained to me. He goes, we look at African dudes because he had an African last name, is what it was.
He was
so
a,
his
he was
parents
a
came
dark
over.
guy.
His parents came over later.
Uh-huh.
His parents, he wasn't the ancestors of slaves. So he goes, I always laugh when I see a black dude with a white man's last name because I know he got caught. He goes, and I didn't get caught.
Was this guy doing bad open mics at the time? I've seen that maybe 40 times by
this is
horrible bad black comedians.
Oh, well, that was the first time I ever heard it explained to me that they go, oh, you weren't fast enough, and you got caught with the net, or however they did it.
Right.
So, anyway, floor's back to you guys. I just looked at the
Yeah,
camera.
you're like, oh, actually, I think the camera on me broke, so it's all, you guys go ahead.
Oh, what, we weren't recording? Ah, damn.
Yeah.
It's like I'm proud of it. I'm ashamed to even admit it, but
Can I tell you, I think he did the Q-tip thing. He thought it was gross, but it was out of a lack of respect for you. I think that's
he had
why
no
he did
respect for me, and I think he walked in on me masturbating once. And I always resented him for that. Because one time I was, I left the shower going and I was hunched over the toilet jacking off like a chimpanzee.
Oh, you were jacking off like you were married?
Like very quickly.
Yeah.
Like very
like
quickly.
an efficient
Oh,
cum.
you were jacking off like in The Master when he's on the beach.
Yeah, I was jacking off. I was a Circle C masturbating. I was like an old Chinese woman with a cock.
Yeah.
I was a trans old Chinese. And I was fucking jacking off Circle C. And as soon as I
No, Devin, that actually, I'll vouch for that.
Okay,
That makes
like
sense.
this.
They're like this.
Yeah.
That's how they jack off.
Old Chinese women jack off?
No,
Well, they
usually
have
in-
cocks if they're trans.